right, it is Wednesday. I apologize for being a few minutes late. We had some technical difficulties here at the Parham House, but we are up and running. So hopefully you will jump on with us. If you're subscribed or you are a liker on our Facebook page, then you will be notified when we actually do go live. So hopefully you're getting that notification now and you are jumping on. And if you are our rebroadcast listeners and viewers, welcome. Always feel free to leave a comment. We will come back tomorrow and review comments and answer any questions that you guys might have or comments that you leave for me. I always review them personally to make sure that I can connect with you guys. If you are new, welcome. My name is Diane, and for the past 25 years, I have been helping women find nutritional plans and fitness programs to help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And we are doing that here as aging women with using intermittent fasting as a tool to do just what I said, look and feel our best and live our most authentic life. So welcome if you are jumping on. Tonight, we are going to talk about how to become a fat burning machine regardless of your age. And I was doing something on the internet today and I saw a woman post a picture of herself in this really beautiful dress. And she made a comment that went something like this: am I too old to wear a dress like this? And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, why do we do that to ourselves as women? We should not ever consider ourselves too old to do anything that we want to do, including being fat burning machines. So I'm going to share a little bit with you about why intermittent fasting works so beautifully for aging women. And I do think that as aging women, we have an advantage over a lot of the other women maybe, or people in general who are intermittent fasting. And here's where I think we fall into the category of having an advantage. As we begin to age, or as our body starts to change, we just require less. We require less exercise. We require less nutrition to maintain what we want to have, because by the law of nature, our metabolism just starts to slow down. So if we understand the science, the chemistry, and the hormonal process of all of that, and then start to study what intermittent fasting can do for us and the role that it plays in science, chemistry, and hormones, you really can understand why it is that we as aging women are at the advantage. And remember, I say aging women in the sense that it's a category of women who are just going through hormonal changes. So it starts when we are in our early 20s. It progresses through like childbearing years. It is part of our 30s. It is definitely part of our 40s, our 50s, our 60s, our 70s, our 80s, our 90s. And I also heard a quote today from a woman who said, we should feel blessed to have the opportunity to age. And that's a really great way to think about what we get to do as women. We get the opportunity to go through all of these amazing phases of our life. And if we really connect to our bodies and we connect to what's going on with us hormonally, chemically, and scientifically, then it really can be a fun journey. So I talked about how we as women just require less as we begin to age, meaning our metabolism naturally just starts to slow down. So we don't have to eat as much. And the way that our body responds to exercise changes. So we don't have to eat as much if we are following what it is that's happening with our metabolism as far as not having to eat as much. So if you factor in just the basic parts of what intermittent fasting can do, you can understand why we are an advantage and how we can become fat burning machines, regardless of whatever phase of the aging process that you are in. So, how do you become a fat burning machine? Well, our bodies are designed to burn fat as a source of energy. What we have been taught or led to believe is that we require sugar and carbohydrates to get through life. And that without carbohydrates, we are not going to have the energy that we need, and we're not going to be able to work out, and we're not going to be able to get through our day. And what we're finding now with the science that is getting behind intermittent fasting and the process of becoming a ketogenic burner in your body, meaning that your body's going to burn ketones, which is because of what we can do in a fat burning state. We know now that the less sugar that our body has in it, the more optimal we operate. And we also know from science that's coming up lately and the studies that are being done that we also don't require as many calories. And that if we can really get our body to be not sugar dependent and be efficient at burning our own fat resources to get us through our day, we can be very efficient at being fat burning machines. When we are relying on sugar, and when we are over carbing our body, and when we are putting ourselves in a state of constant sugar need and sugar burning, then we really do stall out the opportunity that we have to be fat burners. And this is why I say for aging women who are going through hormonal changes and who are always in that position where we're trying to be in control of what we're doing with the body fat that comes to us naturally, because we are women and we are hormonal and we do need to have some body fat. So we don't want to get rid of all of it. But as our hormones change, we do notice that a little bit extra starts to settle in, and it's the hardest to get rid of. So put the science into play. If we can put our body into a position where we train it to utilize the fat stores that we have to energize ourselves, and we no longer have to rely on sugar. And remember, if you're relying on sugar, you're usually going through your day like this, right? Because you get sugar, you're up, you need sugar, you're down. You get sugar, you're up, you need sugar, you're down. Well, when you're in a efficient burning situation and you're burning your own resources of fat as your energy source, your body really maintains this level of energy because you have enough energy available within your own body to sustain your energy. Because fat is that energy that is just sustainable and it's in us already. We don't have to keep supplying it and doing this throughout your day. So age is not that thing that's going to keep us from being efficient at fat burning. And because we don't require as much food as our metabolism slows down, we can really get away with becoming very efficient at intermittent fasting, where we're just taking a period of time within our 24 hours that we're allotted every day and choosing not to put ourselves in a sugar dependent state. And we are going to teach our bodies and train our bodies, because there is a training process that goes with this. We're going to train our bodies to actively seek out what we have as storage in our own body and utilize that as energy. And that's where we become fat burning machines. That will also show, as your body starts to get really efficient at burning fat, that you're actually chewing away at those extra fat stores, and you will see a significant change in your overall physical appearance, regardless of whatever stage you are entering into this type of situation with intermittent fasting and really getting your body to be an efficient fat burner. So this is not just for young people. This is not just for men and women who are in this position where we're ready to really settle into listening to those signs and signals that our body is sending us, because we are slowing down, because we can finally take the time to tune into what our body is telling us and make the changes that are necessary and give ourselves the attention that we deserve. We can really change things around for ourselves and become very efficient at burning that fat that we have stored and eventually being those fat burning machines. And we've seen it so frequently in the courses that we're conducting here online with so many women who are not necessarily even losing weight on a scale, but significantly changing the way that their body looks because we're getting rid of inflammation, and we are able to really burn off that unwanted hormonal body fat that is so stubborn and so frustrating for so many women. And it's just literally the process of turning your body from a sugar burner and sugar dependent into a fat burning, efficient fat burning machine that will really help you get the physique that you're looking for, regardless of whatever age that you are entering into this journey as an intermittent faster. Now, you can also do this by becoming ketogenic, so that's definitely an option. But from my experience and the research that I've done, and plenty of women that I've spoken to who have tried going keto, is the big catchphrase for that kind of lifestyle, that intermittent fasting is really a lot easier way to get into being a fat burning machine than strictly following a ketogenic diet, because there's just, it's very constrictive. Now, some people are very successful at it, so I always am very happy for those people. But what we're finding here in this community is that if you incorporate intermittent fasting, where you just choose to do nothing for a certain amount of hours in your day, which frees up your time, frees up your energy, frees up so many things in our lives by just choosing to do nothing for a certain amount of hours in your day. And then when you decide to start feeding again, you feed with very nutrient dense foods that you've designed to fit into the lifestyle that you have because of the way that you want to look and feel. Then you've created almost this perfect scenario of a day for yourself as a woman, while putting yourself into that position where you're going to energize yourself and really experience what we call here the energized sense of calm as you're becoming a very efficient fat burner. So you can have the physique that you've always dreamed of. You can have a body that you're comfortable with and skin that you're comfortable in and confident in, by just making some tweaks to your nutrition, by just changing some things in your lifestyle, by answering those two questions that I talk about very frequently here in this community. And that is, how long are you going to fast and how well will you feast? And when you are fasting, are you going to put yourself into that truly fasted state so that you can get your body into that position where you're going to burn through all of those glycogen stores, get that sugar out of your body, make your body not seek it anymore, which will again make your body come out of this stage of energy dips, highs and lows, and become more sustainable in what your energy levels are throughout your day. And then get your body into that point where it can actually tap into what you already have in what I call your fat pantry, and it will go in and find what it needs to help you burn that fat as a source of energy and eventually just start churning it away. Also helps with that brain function. So don't feel like you have to ever put yourself into that category of, at this age should I, or I am such and such age, is this going to work for me? Yes, it doesn't matter what age you are. All that matters is that you want to become a fat burning machine, that you want to become efficient at burning fat and no longer be dependent on sugar as your source of energy. And you want to put yourself into that position where you can fully take advantage of the storage that you have in your body and really have an opportunity to change your physique. So I want to reiterate that other thing that I heard today that just made me sort of have an aha moment for myself. And that is, we should really find some peace and feel a sense of, I don't know, pride or honor or gratitude. I don't know how to really describe it, that we have an opportunity to grow old and not really feel like it's a burden for us, but pay attention to some things that are changing in the nutrition world. Pay attention to some things that are changing in our environment. Pay attention to the things that are changing in your body, and know that if we're not happy with something, we do have the power to change it. And we should be grateful for the honor that we have to go through the aging process and really stop fighting it or feeling like we have to stereotypically put ourselves into a box and live by certain guidelines based on what other people think the aging process should be for women. You should proudly do what makes you look and feel your best, and you should be living your life most authentically for you and not worry about what other people think. And if that means wear a really cute dress, whatever age you are, you wear your really cute dress. And if you want to intermittent fast because you think that that's something that's going to be suitable for your lifestyle, then you should intermittent fast and do what's suitable for your lifestyle. And don't worry about what other people think about what stage of life that you are in. You should take full advantage of the honor and the privilege that you have as a woman who has the ability to age gracefully today, and do that proudly, and do that with some opportunities that we have available now, with some knowledge that we have and the resources that we have to share this knowledge. You are here because you either have some knowledge to share or you want to gain some knowledge, and we have a great community that you can do both of those things with. So you can have whatever you want. Don't let age be that thing that's going to stop you, and know that if you do want to be a fat burning machine, you can do it regardless of what point of life that you're starting that at. All you got to do is take your body from a sugar burning machine to a fat burning machine, and you will have everything that you've always wanted as far as physique, and even further, the health that you would want to have. And that's really what we try to lead with here in this community. So I'm going to go ahead and answer some questions on Facebook first, since I went to YouTube last night, and then I will say hello, answer any questions, and then we'll close it out with some stuff that we have going on in our community as well. Heather, hello girlfriend. I'm from the November holiday mini course. Well, welcome Heather. Hopefully things are going well, and you are doing well with what you learned in the course and with your fasting. Chantel from Minnesota. Oh my gosh, you have a snowflake on there. Is it snowing there? It's really cold here in Texas today. Shelly, don't know why you didn't post my video. I don't know, Shelly, what you're talking about. What video? Dana, hello from Northern Alberta. Judy, hi Judy from El Paso. Thank you for taking your time to help us understand what we need to do for our bodies. Oh, Judy, you're so welcome. Thanks for being here. Mary from Green Bay. Jenny from Sumner. Where's Sumner, Jenny? It sounds familiar, but I don't remember what state that's in. And let's see, Shelly, I don't have any idea what you're talking about with that video. And then make sure that you're commenting on the comments for Facebook, so I know you guys are here if you don't mind, and ask any questions you want, or leave any comments and I'll get them answered for you. Let's see here. Linda, hello, how are you? Renee from Minnesota, November holiday mini course graduate here. Awesome girlfriend, hope you're doing well. Lisa from New Mexico mini course graduate. Congratulations, Lisa. Hopefully you're a fat burning machine. Doris from South Dakota. Love, love, love all I have learned as a student and alumni. Oh, so happy for you, Doris. Love having you here. Musada, I think it is, from Florida. Oh, Penny, welcome. Good to have you here. First Fruit Ministries. When you're talking about sugar, are you talking about all forms of sugar, including fruit or artificial sugar? All forms of sugar. Anything that's going to cause you to have an insulin spike in your body, which is basically everything. Even stevia does that. So fruit, any kind of carbohydrates, any kind of artificial sugars, all of those things will do it. April, hello from Albuquerque. In the alumni course, I'm a fat burning machine. Well, congratulations. If being a fat burning machine is an awesome thing to be. Laura, hello from the UK. It's 3 a.m., but so glad to catch you live. Love your videos. Thank you for sharing all your knowledge. Oh, Laura, thank you. And thanks for being here with us at 3 a.m. That's a dedication, girlfriend. I love it. Lizette from Austin, starting to see the area that are melting with the fat burning. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's all those really like weird areas, which I love, because that's truly your body doing its own work, right? So usually when we're dieting or excessive exercising, it's weird how we lose body fat so much differently. When our body decides how to do it, when it's doing it on its own, just from being in that fat burning state, it's interesting where we lose fat first and how we lose it. So I always think that that's an interesting thing to sort of just pay attention to. So Lizette, make sure that you're paying attention to that and where you're losing fat, or maybe you haven't been losing it before. Goodness, I feel everything I eat. I never expected that. Realizing I'm sensitive to milk and pasta makes me go into a coma. It's so interesting. Yeah, and think about it. Like, your body was so used to doing that. Like, I always say, you never want to risk when you figure out what those intolerances are, those I guess more like sensitivities to certain foods are, when you really get your body into that clean state of not being addicted to certain foods. And then you go and you try to experiment with something, which is where what I call the trial and error stuff, which we all need to do to just reconfirm for ourselves. It's amazing what we tolerated as far as a feeling back then, or for such a period of time. And then when you feel amazing, you don't want to risk that. You don't want to lose that. And it took me probably a good 6 to 9 months to really connect all of that together. And now I can just look at food or think about going to eat somewhere maybe and associate that to a feeling and just be no, I'm out. Like, I'm not going to even partake in that, because I don't want to lose that good feeling that I've worked really hard to have and to sustain. So you'll have all those little connections too with food, and I think it's a great thing. Some people look at it as like a downer kind of thing, like, oh, there's so many things I can't eat, and I always look at it like it's such a relief that I can make that connection, and now I don't have to be miserable, or I can make the choice to go have something that I might have a little bit of a sensitivity to and kind of knock me off a little bit, but at least I won't be puzzled about what it is, and I'll be able to make the connection and make those conscious decisions and then just recover from it very well. It really does help with a lot of that negative self-talk and sort of and what we do we beat ourselves up. That will all go away when you make those connections and start making decisions for yourself. So it's very, very freeing for sure. Dat She Devil Gaming. Hi, Heather from West Virginia. Just finished the November holiday mini course. Thanks for all you do. Oh, Heather, you are so welcome. So glad you got to go through the course. Panda, I have been on a strict keto diet since November 25th. I am always starving and haven't lost anything. Panda, you need to make sure that you get on our email list so that you can jump into our January course. We'll teach you how to do it in a way that you don't suffer, and that you can really benefit from all the positive things that will come. Patricia from Spokane, IF for life. It's amazing how much better I feel now. Yep, exactly. Just Jeannie, hi from Connecticut. So glad I found your channel. I love IF, lost 19 pounds in 3 months. Thyroid meds reduced and vertigo is gone. Just Jeannie, congratulations. Those are all great things. And all you have to do is just switch the time in which you start introducing food to your body. It's crazy. It's very simple once you understand it. Debly, good evening from Michigan. Nice to have you here. Linda, I would love to know how one reduces thyroid medication. Do they stop taking it for a while and get retested? Linda, oftentimes you just go to the doctor, and maybe if you have it tested and they're seeing that your thyroid numbers are changing, that's usually when you get it reduced. So I'm not a thyroid expert person, so I wouldn't know about how to do that, or even if you want to play around with your thyroid medication I always suggest talking to your doctor. So I would just say go regularly to have your thyroid tested, and if they start to notice some numbers improving, that's usually when they'll start reducing stuff. And remember, when you're doing something like intermittent fasting that does have the opportunity to heal your body, you always want to, kind of pay attention to some things, because you end up getting the double positive, or the double effect of fasting healing you and medicine healing you. So make sure you're keeping an eye on how you're feeling and what those numbers are. And that's, I think, really when they start to start adjusting your thyroid medication, is when they see that happening. So I would just make sure that you're consistently going to your doctor. Okay, so we got some more people that jumped over here on Facebook. We'll say hello. Let's see. Chantel, third snowfall already in Minnesota. Oh, girlfriend, so sorry. It was like in the 30s or 40s maybe here, and I'm freezing, so I don't know how you guys do it in the snow. Brandy, August 12th, an alumni course. Looking forward to 2018. Brandy, I am too. Joy, September course and still going strong. Joy, so good to have you here. Miramar, hello from San Diego, June 2017 course. Good to see you here tonight. Angela, hello from West Virginia. I did IF for the first time today. Awesome. How long did you fast? And more importantly, do you feel like you fasted clean, Angela? I'd love to know that from you. And then Kara put our email link up on YouTube and Facebook. So make sure you're on our email list. We have some really cool stuff coming up that we would love for you guys to participate in. We are getting everyone registered for our Passion Planner little meetup that we're going to do. And I think we're going to probably meet up officially the week after our Christmas holiday. And so it'll be after Boxing Day and Hanukkah and all that kind of stuff. So we'll schedule that for sometime after the 25th or 26th of December. And I'm looking into ways that we can do a video conference so everyone can partake in that. So it'll be super fun. If you have a passion planner and you'd like to see how I go about setting mine up for a new year, I would love to show you and have your guys' input on some things that you're doing. So get your passion planner and then email me so we get you on our email list, and we'll give you instructions on how to get started. And I'm going to start sending out little tips and tricks that I do with my passion planner and some little PDFs that you can use to get yourself set up. And then we have a fitness group that we're starting in 2018 as well. That'll officially start about mid-January. We are getting a sign-up sheet for that available too. So make sure you're on our email list so you'll get an email about how to get into our fitness group for January. And then of course we have our new course starting up in January as well, which is going to encompass a lot of great things that have to do with aging women and intermittent fasting. And I haven't announced it here yet, but just so you guys will get to the information first, I just officially received my nutrition certification. So we're going to focus a little bit more on nutrition in 2018 in our course as well. So now that I'm officially a certified nutrition coach, so I will be focusing a little bit more on the feasting side of things in 2018 for those of you who have been fasting with us for a while. And if you're new, you'll fit in just as fine in the course as well, because we will be focusing on fasting and feasting more in our course in 2018. So it'll be a super, super good group for everyone, new and veteran students here in our community. So we have the goal setting, we have the fitness, and then we have our new course in 2018 that will be fasting and feasting. So it's going to be super fun, and I'm super excited because I am a nutrition geek, and I can't wait to share some stuff with you guys in 2018 as far as that goes as well. So if you are looking to become a fat burning machine, you can do it. It doesn't matter where you're starting from. It doesn't matter what age you are. All that matters is that you understand the basic chemistry of our body as women, and know that if you can get your body from being dependent on sugar as a source of energy and turn that switch so that you can utilize what we have as storage in our own bodies, which is fat, and use that as your body's primary source as an energy furnace, you can be a fat burning machine, and there is nothing that's going to differentiate you from anyone else as long as all you concentrate on is getting that sugar down and that fat up, and just start to utilize it exactly the way your body was intended to utilize it, and you will be unstoppable and you will feel amazing. So thank you so much for jumping on with me tonight. We will close out our week tomorrow night, as we always do on Thursday. So definitely jump on if you can, and if not, catch us on the recording. That will be awesome to have you either way. Always feel free to leave me a message. This is when you guys leave me comments and messages, and this is why I love to do these live broadcasts. This is when I really get a chance to get to know you guys as well, and I don't feel like it's just a one-sided thing here. So always feel free to say hi, or just let me know how you're doing, or leave me a little message so that I can be in communication with you back and forth, which is really what I love to do. So can't wait to hear from you guys. Have a super rest of your night, and make sure you get on that email list so we can keep you posted of everything that we have going on. And I'm trying to get at least one recipe out a week for you guys as well. So we did one about the instant pot turkey veggie soup last week, and we'll try to get another one out to you this week or next week as well. So I will see you guys tomorrow night. Have a super night, and leave me those messages. Bye-bye.